swag of a prize fighter. The antithesis of a firefighter. Arsonist, I'm a fire rider. Instant flame like a firelighter. So special with shows, I live out my flows. Can't walk in my shoes, can't purchase my clothes. Ice in my veins, but I never froze. Picture perfect, but I never pose. As a juvenile, I knew I bounced back. Got rated, had a plan to get my ounce back. Use cheese as bait, that's a mousetrap. Let me to the right person to pounce at. They selling dreams, I'm pulling receipts. Full force, we can't be beat. Got a dirty mouth, but the flow so neat. Keep your 2 cents, talk is cheap.
The next topic we're going to discuss on Boxing Bros are reports that Dillian Whyte is the front runner to land the next fight with Anthony Joshua. We're going to go to Michael Benson's Twitter account, and then we'll discuss the situation. So let's take a look. According to Michael Benson, well, actually, the source is the Volume Sports. The Anthony Joshua versus Dillian Whyte rematch is the front runner for AJ's next fight in July. Eddie Hearn has declared. So that's what it states on Michael Benson's Twitter, that Dillian Whyte is the front runner. I'm going to turn it over to Ned the TVE first on this one. Ned,
apologies. Let's get it.
What's your reaction to that?
Easy money. Easy food. Like, Dillian has been moving. I used to like Dillian, yo. But, yo, when it comes to history of AJ and Dillian is a foul man. So, Kaden said this last week. Self-assurance was the word of the day last week. AJ, you got to whip this man's, you got to beat him down. You got to break, you got to show him, like, you AJ. You like, so what? He let you use his jeans or whatever. And then, he holding on to, like, petty childish stuff. Like, nah, at one point, you guys were, like, brothers, and he turned his back on you. So now you gotta show him. I say go in there and murder him, but that's still at the end of the day, you gotta show him. Damn. I don't know if you got any love for him in you, but if you do, show him some remorse. But beat the crap out of him. Let him know I'm AJ, dog. You got me in the amateurs, but I got you in the ring. I got you on the live stage, and you're gonna get him again. And if he won it again, you're gonna get him again. He's forever gonna be in your shadows. You feel me, AJ? So let's make this fight happen. This is your, like Katie said it's gonna bring your mojo back. Dillian's gonna talk crazy to you, and you're gonna be like, Dillian, do you not know we in different leagues? You're like, yeah, I'm levels ahead of you now. Like, yo, you started off together, and I surpassed you, and you gotta let him know why he's gonna always stay in the past, because that's it. AJ, say, oh man, I can't wait for this fight to happen because it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be the best thing ever. And then when G see it, G's gonna be like, all you gotta do is clap. I don't even need to hit no mouth running or nothing like that. Just clap. Just clap for your boy. That's it.
I'm gonna clap for that.
That's right. Let him know, AJ, you Creed and he's Dane. You know what I'm saying?
Fix your face, G. Fix your face.
All right, go ahead, G.
Well, for the record, this is despicable. You know what I mean? Like, nobody cares about this fight. And, yo, you know what's funny? I knew they were going to pull some funny money trick like this. Go ahead, Ned.
Gee, you give AJ so much slack for coming off of a loss. But who has Wilder fought since he came back? Hellenius? You want us to scream hip hip hooray for that? You want to scream hip hip hooray that? But you want to give AJ slack for fighting fighters in the top 10, fighters in the top 15, but Hellenius? You good with Wilder only fight Hellenius?
No, you don't know Hellenius was ranked higher than Franklin. So what?
Hey man, it is what it is. But you want to give AJ slack.
Let's give the book. He was ranked higher for beating Kalinowski.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey, it don't matter.
Who has your guy fought? Hellenius? Huh? Like, that's all you saying? Hellenius? That's all. You want to be happy for Hellenius? You going hard AJ for fighting Franklin? But you fought Hellenius. Your man's fought Hellenius. That's what
people think. Hellenius took a dive.
Yeah.
You know
all right. Saying? That's like, true. So then now,
look like it.
But now your guys going from back to back, subpar competition. You know what I mean? So hold on. You can hate on Wilder all you want. You can hate on Wilder all you want, right? You're saying, oh, Wilder fought Hellenius. Cool. If Wilder's next fight is the same caliber of the Hellenius, then by all means, talk the most trash you're going to talk, Ned. But I highly doubt that's going to happen. So watch your mouth. You know what I mean? The reality is this. This is simple. AJ, if I was AJ, right? Now, I could understand. Like, I could look at it two ways. So now the fan, right, in me is like, you know what, AJ, just fight Fury. You know what I mean? Like, that's a huge payday. You know, Fury wants the payday. He doesn't care about belts. He just wants the big bag. You provide that for Fury. So you could fight Fury right now. He can actually get that done right now. You know, but instead, he's going with Dillian Whyte. But now, if I was AJ's promoter, I'm gonna do the safe route. The Dillian Whyte is a safe route. It's one of those like, man, listen, we gotta milk this AJ gravy train as much as we can. So let's feed him another fight that we know he's gonna win, you know. And Dillian, you know, he's been a side piece, so you know Dillian, he's gonna take that fight no matter what, you know. And Dillian's been punch drunk at this point. Like, this dude, if you sneeze in his direction, he's gonna drop. So they're probably like, yo, this is easy money for us. And then hopefully AJ could knock him out. And maybe what Ned was saying, to boost his ego or something. Maybe. Who knows? You know? But the reality is, this is still sad. We're talking about Anthony Joshua, the former 2-time heavyweight champion of the world. Now he's being he's been downgraded to fighting the lifetime mandatory of the WBC. Go ahead, Ned.
Watch your mouth, G. You're speaking disrespectful. You know the thing you're not taking. It's the relationship these two have. And Dillian, the thing that's gonna this is I'm talking about. This is the fight that's gonna literally recharge AJ and show you he's like that guy again.
Why?
Because this trash talking Dillian's gonna do. Dillian knows things. Dillian knows things that's gonna nitpick at AJ, and it's gonna be like, I have to.
How do you know that?
You up. No, because when AJ fought Franklin, it was just like, I respect you as an opponent. AJ's not gonna have no respect for Dillian going into this fight. The press conference is gonna
reactivate old AJ, and AJ's gonna be a killer out of nowhere.
No, he's gonna become a killer again. He's gonna realize why this is why I shouldn't take my fighters lightly, because of Dillian. This is why he's gonna start punishing people again. Like, trust me, Kenny made a great point. Like, Dillian is disrespectful, bro. Dillian is disrespectful. When AJ realized, these motherfuckers, they don't respect me. I was about to cut you. They don't respect me.
This is what I'm be honest.
Motherfuckers don't respect me. I gotta put the fear back in mother effers, and Dillian is gonna trigger that in them, and you're gonna see. You're gonna see, like, damn, AJ, you ain't had to do Dillian. Dillian might leave out on the stretcher. I'm gonna be real with you. That's how bad. Dillian had to leave out on the stretcher.
Back him up.
Pack him the hell up, yo.
I hope so.
That's gonna realize that's what I've been lacking. I stopped being a killer, and I was just wanted to be a boxer. I could be a killer and a boxer. AJ's this fight's gonna bring that back in AJ.
Right.
But if it don't,
the reality is this:
Ghostface killer.
I'm gonna be honest. I think, like, I know that Dillian's the front runner, but AJ should really be trying to seal the deal with the Fury fight and let Usyk fight Wilder. You know, like.
No, Wilder gets no handouts.
Huh?
Wilder shouldn't get no handouts.
He handout, bro.
Why should you just go right to
he earned a title shot, bro. Like, watch your mouth, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, come on, son. Now you sounding foolish. You know what I mean? But the reality is this, yo, because now we can still have Undisputed. Because if Fury doesn't want to fight Usyk right now, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Let these guys just make the big payday fights. One guy fights Joshua, the other guy fights Wilder, and then at the end of the year they come back and renegotiate Undisputed. Or if one of those winners fight whoever else got the belts, boom, Undisputed could still happen, you know. But the thing is, I'm actually, because to me it's like, I'm not really I'm not a Fury fan. I'm more of a AJ fan than I am a Fury fan, right? And I know if AJ has all of those belts, I honestly believe in my heart of hearts, AJ wants to seal the deal for Undisputed. So then he'll go to either Usyk or to Wilder, like, yo, let's just make this happen. Let's just collect all the belts, you know? Fury doesn't believe really in being undisputed. He doesn't really care for the belts like that. So as long as Fury has that one belt, Undisputed, you know, is being held hostage. So Fury wants the big payday. AJ, give him the big payday, and AJ just fight your heart out and try your best to activate that old AJ that we know, to finally beat Tyson Fury. Now, do I see that happening? No, but it'd be nice if you could try, but you going up against Dillian Whyte, it's not even cute at this point. It's kind of like pathetic, like there's nothing that Dillian has showcased in these past couple of fights that says like, yo, Dillian might be able to do it this time around. Like, nah, bro. It seems like he's only regressed in time. So, AJ, please, man, please. Your priority should be Tyson Fury, who has a WBC strap. Get that strap, because then you can now go off to fight Usyk or Wilder or what have you. But doing this Dillian Whyte thing, it isn't really going to do much for your career unless you just want to stay alive for the zone's purposes.
It's very interesting to hear you say that, G, because I feel like you're being very hypocritical.
Watch your mouth.
I feel like you're being very hypocritical, man. But that's you being the same OG. I thought it was G23, but I guess that doesn't come with you. Because you didn't say anything when Wilder fought Bermain Stavern a second time. And that was horrible.
You're right. That was trash. I admitted that was trash.
But I know what Complex is going to say. He owed him that rematch. He had to give him that rematch. But let's just be clear. It was garbage rematch, right? Like Dillian Whyte and Anthony Joshua, their first fight was at least competitive. Like Dillian Whyte really did hurt Anthony Joshua in that fight. And then Joshua hurt him and then dominated him. So let's not act like it was one-sided, whereas, Deontay Wilder did go the distance with Bermain Stavern. So I guess the rematch, go ahead, G.
Nah, but this is where objection, because y'all keep giving AJ the pass when you compare AJ's career to Wilder's career. Remove Wilder. We're talking about AJ. Y'all can hate.
It's not about a comparison to Wilder. So, like, I'm not necessarily comparing them. My point isn't based on that. So I need to stay where I'm at to make my point. Wilder Ortiz too. Mm-hmm. Nobody wanted to see that. Nobody cared. And Wilder was able to fight Ortiz and knock him out twice. Imagine you knocked this guy out already and you're going to knock him out again. What was the point in that? In fact, Dillian has more of an argument for a rematch than Ortiz did. Since Anthony Joshua beat Dillian Whyte went on to have a string of good wins. Joseph Parker, Oscar Rivas, Alexander Povetkin, although he did get knocked out by Alexander Povetkin too, but he's still going to count that as a dub, right? And Jermaine Franklin, although he lost to Jermaine Franklin, he's still going to count that as a dub. So he went on to have a series of wins. So I'm just saying Deontay Wilder was able to fight Ortiz twice when nobody wanted it. So what? Tyson Fury had a trilogy with Derek Ward Chisora recently, not a long time ago. Recently, Tyson Fury.
That fight either.
That's my point. So why is it that Anthony Joshua is being murdered and criticized for having a rematch with Dillian Whyte?
Because it's moving away from Undisputed.
I'm going to tell you why.
Undisputed.
I'm going to tell you why. For the same reason I predicted that he wasn't going to get any credit against Jermaine Franklin unless he knocked him out. Go watch the tapes. I said, Eddie, what are you doing? This is a bad fight. I pointed it out. I said, unless he knocks Jermaine Franklin out, this is going to do huge damage to Anthony Joshua's marketability, because people are going to be like, he couldn't knock out Jermaine Franklin. And Jermaine Franklin lost to Dillian Whyte. Although he really won, he didn't get the decision. Now, if he would have got the decision, it would have been something different. I pointed out all the ways in which Jermaine Franklin was a bad selection for Anthony Joshua, and it all came to fruition. You can pull it up. I had highlighted it several times. What I will say though is Dillian Whyte isn't the worst, and the reason why he's not the worst is the same reason why Ortiz and Wilder wasn't the worst. Ortiz and Wilder was a compelling rematch because in their first fight, Deontay Wilder got about 30 seconds worth of time when Ortiz had him hurt, because the ref brought Wilder to go see the doctor when he shouldn't have done that. And Wilder was able to recover and knock out Ortiz, and many of Ortiz fans were like, oh, Wilder got saved by the doctor, blah, 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 right? So in the rematch, Wilder wanted to send a statement, and Wilder sent that statement by knocking Ortiz out. That book's closed, right? Ortiz can no longer say whatever he wants to close the book. Chisora Fury 3 wasn't really no point in that, so I'm not going to excuse that. But what Wilder, Bermain Stavern, right? Bermain Stavern lost to Wilder in a decision, right? He lost his title to Wilder in a decision. Wanted a rematch, had a rematch clause, so but for Wilder, there was also this benefit. Being able to say, I knocked out everyone who I beat. So for him, that was the unfinished business in it. So sometimes the context and the storyline matters is the point I'm making. So go ahead.
But listening to your reasoning, so then what's the justification of AJ running
the bad blood aspect of it? Like,
what bad blood? You got Dillian.
Dillian is disrespectful.
They got bad blood, G. It's the same. It's the same as Wilder with Ortiz, and Ortiz saying what he said, how he got cheated, and he can beat Wilder again. So they gave Wilder that rematch. Wilder beats Ortiz. It's the same with Wilder and Bermain Stavern. You remember? Bermain's spicy talk was on point at the press conference for the rematch. Bermain was talking that spicy talk.
I'm gonna be honest. I can understand if maybe y'all say, you know what, AJ's trying to fight Big Baby right now. I could be like, that makes sense because it's bad blood, legitimate bad blood. This right here, y'all, I can't believe
there's bad blood between him and Dillian, bro. Because I'm gonna tell you, he beat Dillian back when they both were undefeated, and whoever won that fight was going to go on to become the superstar. Yep. And AJ won. Dillian took a path of trying to get the WBC title and become a WBC mandatory, which made him a very sympathetic figure in the eyes of a lot of people. And in that time, he showed some improvement, and he won over a lot of fans. And people felt like if Dillian Whyte gets AJ now, he would beat AJ. So you have that. And here's where the storyline kicks in. You now have AJ looking vulnerable. You have AJ looking unsure of himself. And you have a Dillian Whyte who's still running his mouth, saying that I'm not the same guy, talking all types of trash about AJ. So now you get AJ in that ring, and it's like sink or swim for AJ from this standpoint. Are you going to be timid with Dillian? Because Dillian's going to go for it. And we know, at least we think, because he didn't go for it against Tyson Fury, but that's another story. But I think with Anthony Joshua, he smells blood in the water, so I think he's going to go for it. And this is where it can help Anthony Joshua, like TB has been saying. It's going to force AJ to either bite down or find that dog or lose, right? And so from that standpoint, I think Dillian Whyte isn't the worst opponent, but I don't think he's the best opponent. You're still going to run into maybe, but you're still going to run into problems with Dillian. G has already listed some of the issues you're going to have. If AJ knocks out Dillian, people are still going to say Dillian was punch drunk. Dillian was a declining fighter. Dillian he never should have got the rematch anyways. The same thing with Deontay Wilder and Luis Ortiz, but for some reason, that's okay. But the point is, people are going to be saying the same thing. So for me, there's other opponents you should consider throwing Anthony Joshua in the ring with that you can get the same thing from. And so, although he's coming off a L, I think Luis Ortiz would be a good fight for Anthony Joshua. You can throw him in there with Luis Ortiz, although Luis Ortiz is old and everything else.
I would rather see that because it's a new fight.
It's a different style, right? And again, but you know Luis Ortiz is coming to fight. Regardless of what you think of Luis Ortiz, he shows up to fight, and he was beating Wilder every round when Wilder knocked him out, and he was in the first fight with Wilder. He gave Andy Ruiz a hell of a fight. G still thinks he won the fight against Andy Ruiz. So again, you said what?
It's true.
Yeah. So you can give Anthony Joshua Andy Ruiz, and I think if he could knock out Andy Ruiz, he'd make more of a statement than beating Dillian Whyte. Although
you said Ruiz, but you meant Ortiz.
I mean, in Luis Ortiz, my bad. If he beats Luis Ortiz, he can make more of a statement than beating Dillian Whyte. So I think that's a good potential opponent for him, right? I think who should you throw in there with Anthony Joshua? You need someone who's established, but and I know you're not trying to throw him in there and potentially. I think Herkovich. Why not? If he can't beat Herkovich, he need to go. I think Herkovich.
See, that's even better. Like, because Herkovich, I don't see him as a real legitimate heavyweight threat. You know what I mean? And he's a new guy. So it's like, let AJ at least fight somebody different. Him fighting Dillian Whyte proves nothing. You know what I mean? Like, and I think honestly, that's probably, I don't even know if that's going to sell out in the UK. I don't even think people in the UK.
Him and Dillian?
Yeah, AJ and Dillian. I don't think people really.
I don't necessarily like the Dillian fight because I feel like put him in there with that dude who just fought Michael Coffey, Fabio Wardley.
Oh yeah, I don't know. That dude might be AJ right now.
I think if AJ's who we think he is, AJ should beat Fabio Wardley.
True, but I don't think AJ should be fighting a live dog, right? If he ain't fighting Fury, yo, don't keep him away from the killer.
See, now this is what we part ways. I think Dillian Whyte is more dangerous than Fabio Wardley.
Fabio will kill with Dillian right now. That's a fact.
I don't know about that, bro.
Yo, Nad, tell the truth. Go ahead, Dad. Who you got? Fabio?
How's he been doing though? Like I haven't followed him. Since the thing his fight with.
Don't worry about it.
I'm just saying, man. I think Fabio Wardley would be a good opponent for Anthony Joshua because he's coming off of 2 wins. He's up and coming. Anthony Joshua gets maybe that's the test he needs. He needs a young, hungry lion where it's like, bro, how much does it really matter to you? Because you know what? These young cats, they looking at you like food. You need to send these young cats a message. So here you go. Here's Fabio Wardley. Let's see what you can do with him. I think Anthony Joshua knocks Fabio Wardley out.
Why can't AJ just be smart and say, hey, you know what, Eddie? Get me Big Baby Miller. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's going to sell out. It's a good chance I'm going to knock him out. And people want to see it. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, son.
To me, that's worse than Dillian. You're talking about a dude who's unproven. What's Gerald Big Baby Miller's best wins?
It don't matter.
See, that's what I'm saying. It does matter.
Gab. His best win is his gift of gab. He taught so much trash to AJ. And AJ could spin it. The Zone could spin it like, yo, the reason why all of this happened was because of this guy right here. We beat him, and the old AJ's back. I think
Dillian Whyte versus Anthony Joshua was a better fight than him and Big Baby Miller.
Oh, you know what? That you might be right with that, but nobody want to see that fight. With him and Big Baby, though, people want to see that fight, bro. You know what I'm saying?
No, you're not. You're missing it. Like if you don't get credit for beating Jermaine Franklin, what kind of credit are you going to get for beating a 330-pound Big Baby Miller, who everybody knows is off the PEDs? Like, I mean, it's just not going to get you.
Let him take drugs. Be like, yo, we turn.
Not going to get you any credit in these streets, man. Look, here's what it's about, right?
AJ ain't got no belts, right?
I guess the fight. And Ned and G, and I guess we can agree to disagree to some point. I don't necessarily disagree with either of you, but I think the question that you have to take into account is what is AJ's next fight for? Is it to make money or to boost his confidence? If you're talking, or not even to boost his confidence, but to remind him of who he is and to get the dog out of him. If that's what it is, Dillian Whyte's a good opponent for that because Dillian Whyte's going to take him back to those places where it's like, yo, you're in the ring with a dude who wanted to be where you are. You're in the ring with a dude where if Anthony Joshua was such a scum and Dillian's been begging to fight him, why does Dillian want to fight him? Because it's personal. Dillian wants to say, I got Joshua's head on my wall. And it's like, AJ, are you going to let him collect your scout? Like, let's go. What are you going to do, AJ? And so now you're putting AJ in a position where it's like I said before. It's like, yo, I can lose, but I'll never lose to you. And to me, that's what Wilder Stavern was about. That's what Wilder Ortiz was about. And that's what I'm saying. Like, it becomes one of those personal fights where it's like, okay, Dillian got his little fan club. I didn't see them mad at me because I've been calling out Dillian. So like he got his little fan club. So they're gonna want to see him get his shot at AJ. My thing is, if it's about getting that dog at AJ, I think Dillian Whyte's a good fight. If it's about making money, Dillian Whyte may not be the best fight. So I'm with you, G. There are better options that I think could bring in more money and possibly answer that same question. But I think if you feel like the guy who's going to jumpstart that fire, like AJ, he needs a boost. He needs a jump. And if you think the guy who's going to jumpstart that fire is Dillian Whyte, then he's the right opponent.
I don't even think it's about jumpstarting that fire. I think they're just like, let's just pick a guy that got a decent enough name that's not going to kill our boy AJ. And that's a fact.
I don't think so.
In that case, they will pick Wilder. In that case, they will pick Wilder, G.
If they pick Wilder, he would die. You know what I'm saying?
Wilder would, right?
I can't stand G. Yeah, get on my nerves.
With all due respect. Yo, listen, I'm just saying. Yo, listen. Don't let them bring Wilder over there to the UK, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yo, listen. AJ's gonna die, son. Whether it's O2, whether it's the other spot, wherever it is, it's a funeral. It's gonna be like the Queen of England passing away, son.
Y'all see it. Y'all see it now. Y'all viewers, audience, you see it. You see who he is.
No respect.
He's telling you who he is.
It's gonna be
take that for record. Like this is
free fish and chips for a week.
This is what I'm getting at. Like, yo, G, you talking like Wilder's resume is extensive.
It don't matter about resume.
Yes, it does matter. It does matter.
AJ's a broken man. AJ's a broken man. He gonna get snapped in half. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, son. He ain't never felt. Yo, I'm telling you, this new AJ man been fighting so safe these past couple of fights. That's why he want Dillian. Notice he ain't even whispering Wilder's name because he know what time it is. He picking this DW. Why don't you pick the real DW? Exactly. You know what I'm saying? I'm just throwing it out there.
Yo, you know what? I will admit this to you. If he comes out with that timid crap against Wilder, he gonna get crucified. The only way to beat Wilder is to walk into that fire and be the boss. Like you can't. Well, Wilder, it's a matter of wills from the jump. You got to walk in front of Wilder and like, I'm the boss in this ring, and you got to get Wilder's respect. If you do all that jabbing and running, Wilder's just going to wait for his moment and strike like a cobra. So I'm with you on that. What we disagree, though, is AJ got a lot of weapons that have hurt Wilder, too.
I haven't seen them weapons in a minute, so we good.
Where the weapons? He lost the weapons.
You know what I mean? We good. That's all I'm saying.
Yo, so anyways,
G23, baby. You know what I mean?
Right. Yo, listen. See, this is what it is, AJ. This is what it's come down to, man. People smell blood and water. Their fans smelling blood and water, and this is what it is. And is Dillian Whyte going to be the guy to jumpstart, that car? For me, I feel like you should give Anthony Joshua. I think you should get Luis Ortiz. I think that would be a good
we need to get AJ a prayer. That's what we need to do because it's looking like
he need that too, though. He probably needs that too.
Rap. It's looking like it's a Rizzy rap. AJ, what happened? What happened to your boy AJ, man?
He's dead. AJ's dead, yo. He's just being humble right now, yo. I feel like AJ.
I'm just trying to say, man. How long is Wilder get to live off of knocking out his sparring partner?
Oh man, listen. I'm telling you,
how long does he get to live off of that?
All it takes is for Wilder to knock out Usyk, and we back in business, baby.
When is he gonna fight anyone?
Have faith. Have faith.
When's he gonna fight anyone that has a chance to win outside of Tyson Fury? Because
have faith. Usyk know what time it is. We waiting on Usyk. We just waiting on him.
You're waiting on Usyk, right?
Waiting on Usyk. Yo, sign that contract, baby. You know what I'm saying? Send over the contract, baby. You know what I mean? Get this thing done.
Man. Gosh, yeah. So see, this is what I mean, man. This is crazy. This is crazy talk, Mike. This is crazy talk. This is what I'm talking about. Because the problem is Wilder's fans will give Wilder victories over fighters he's never stepped in the ring with, and Fury's fans will give him victories over fighters he's never stepped in the ring with. The only person who people ask to prove himself in the actual ring is Anthony Joshua. And even if he does it, they still find a way to hate. AJ, after all these years, why do you even care what these people say?
Because
why? You all the most, you know, from all the talk, and I'm gonna go back to 2015. G's arguing with me that Wilder deserves 50-50 in a fight with Anthony Joshua, and that's why Undisputed is not happening, because Wilder deserves 50-50. I make all the commercial arguments breaking down numbers as to why AJ deserves 60-40 split, and G says, well, Wilder got the one belt, so that's what it is. Years later, when it comes to Usyk and Fury in the similar type of negotiation, G's arguing with the commercial side. Although he is nowhere near where AJ was. So now go ahead, G.
Yo, man, you know, I told y'all this is just one factor. My man don't speak English. I'm sorry. With all due respect, that was the number one factor for me. I was like, I don't know.
Even when Usyk made videos in English, you didn't really up his split, man, G. So my point is,
we really think that's English.
You know, my point is, it don't matter what you do. It's because it's you. The rules change because it's you.
Nah, not even. Not even. Nah.
Yeah, G. You
listen, I give AJ mad credit, bro.
No, you don't.
What? Yo, listen, he gets the utmost. Yo, come on, son. This ain't the same. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't believe that Usyk's that type of star that AJ was or Wilder is. You know what I'm saying?
It don't even matter, right? Because when Usyk fought AJ, Usyk was supposed to be food. Usyk was a bum. Usyk was easy work. When it came time for that's the Wilder fans talking, and that's the Fury fans talking. When it came time for Fury to fight Usyk, though, this man Fury wanted every advantage in the book. Why? For such an easy fight. Why are you so afraid? 70-30 should have been all you needed to hear to fight the Ukrainian soup little middleweight. But no, that wasn't enough for Tyson Fury, right? Anthony Joshua, on the other hand, is the man who really stepped in the ring with him. Now we hear Wilder's side talking, oh, Wilder would detonate. Wilder just needs to tell when is Wilder fought? What in Wilder's history suggests he will walk in the ring with Usyk?
Wilder's waiting for the contract.
Wilder's waiting for
Usyk finally sends it over.
What I'm talking about. Wilder's fans automatically give him the credit he hasn't earned. Wilder's best opponents, Tyson Fury knocked him out twice, right? And King Kong Ortiz. Still, to this day. After that, he has nobody on his resume.
Yo, listen. He gonna have a Ukrainian body on his resume,
right?
You know what I'm saying
he would take that fight.
He's gonna
take that fight.
He's gonna take the fight.
Fury and Wilder get the admiration. They get the respect from their fans without ever having to step in the ring like AJ does. When it comes to AJ, we can't just say AJ can beat Usyk. He has to step in the ring and prove it. We can't just say
April 9th. I've declared this. If Usyk sends over the contract, Wilder's going to sign, because Usyk, your ass is mine, son. You know what I'm saying?
Pause!
You know what I'm saying? Whatever. You know
that's not bars. That's pause. That ain't bars.
Yeah,
that's pause.
It's whatever. It's coming. You know what I'm saying? It's a Rizzy rap.
Yeah, I love it.
Why would Wilder say no? You gotta understand. There's no way. If Wilder says no to an Usyk fight, I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna violate Wilder. I'm gonna be like, yo, you's a sucker. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even mean to say that, but he's a sucker if he doesn't take that fight. He's just like, yo,
safety. Let's go.
It's just true. It's just, why would Wilder say no to that fight? It doesn't make sense for him to say no. So it's like, yo, Usyk, Fury doesn't want to give you the opportunity. Yo, go get a big payday. Fight Wilder. People want to see that. They want to see.
You know I'm on board with that. I was the first one hollering at that fight.
Yeah, but it seems like
handle business.
Seems like the Ukrainian crab soup don't want it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
Anyways, man,
send the contract.
We done went on and off of this topic because G's crazy. But anyways. Please like, share, subscribe. Remember, you can listen to our podcast on all major streaming services. We are the Boxing Bros.
Gotcha.